Good afternoon, Ronnie. God bless America's in the house. Tej, good morning. Good morning. It's afternoon, guys. See, this is what a force. This is called force of habit. So, anyway, glad you guys could join me. It is a rainy and gloomy Thursday afternoon here. And thought I'd do a live stream. I don't know how long we'll keep it, but thought I'd do one. I'll be drone. Good afternoon. How you doing, Dano? Is it raining out there where you're at? It's raining here. Mr. Crowley. So famous I am. Oh, yeah. Matt. North. Oh, I'm sorry. Newfound Drone Productions. Good morning. That's not Matt. Yeah, I imagine that. So I just thought I'd pop in here and just do a live stream because I ain't got much of anything else going on. As you can see in the background there, I got some batteries charging. Not that I can go out and fly today. I can't, but I will probably go tomorrow. And I'm going to pop out these chats here. So bear with me a minute if I seem to get silent. I am just popping the chats out. Oh no! Oh man, are you okay, Dan? Are you okay? You must be. You're on here. Either that or you're in a hospital bed chatting. Drone Psyche, go fly? Nah, not in the rain. Oh, I got you. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Dan. I hope the car's not too damaged. You're testing a jetpack, Mr. Crowley. Mr. Crowley's in the house. Drone Psyche's in the house. So yeah, let me kind of rearrange my lighting a little bit. There. We'll do that instead. So Tej is out and about. So, yeah, I know it seems like the whole eastern seaboard is pretty much rained in. Probably not in Florida though. I'm gonna call up my weather app here. If I can find the silly thing. I haven't decided what I'm gonna build yet. What I am going to do is I've got a little tiny hawk that I am going to fix up. I got a friend of mine from church into flying drones, and I had two Tiny Hawk, two freestyles, one Vision Aerial. Hello. I thought you were blue, buddy. I got to fix that. I thought you were already a moderator, but you are now. Charles Hatmaker, good afternoon. Guys, if I say good morning, just transpose morning with afternoon because I'm a creature of habit and it's just my habit to say good morning all the time because most of the time that's what I'm doing, saying good morning. So you're building one, drone psyche, Charlie? Alex Escardo, good morning. Good afternoon. AZ Drone Dude, good afternoon. Yeah, I'm off work early today. Well, I get off. I usually take off around 12 every day because I usually get to work at 4 in the morning. See that gives me time in the afternoons to go fly. Got it. So, okay. All right, Mr. Crowley, you take care, brother, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you as well, brother. And be careful, don't you crash in that jetpack. Copper State Aerial Photography, good morning. Good afternoon. I'll get it. I promise I get it. I'll get it. And we have Dennis Lovelady in the house.
Good morning, Rodney.
Good morning, Dennis. How are you today?
I'm good.
So are you experiencing some of this rain?
No, it's sunshiny out today, but cool. Pretty cool. It's going to get cold this weekend.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Apple says, my wife's app, she uses the Apple weather app, and it says that the lows are going to be around 11 degrees on Saturday.
Oh, my goodness.
Fahrenheit.
Oh, man.
I know. And if you look at weather, is my camera acting up?
Yeah, it kind of got out of focus there for
it turned blue instead of green there for a second. So if you look at Weatherbug 10-day forecast, it says our low is going to be 21. Either way, it's cool enough.
Yeah, I read in the messenger where you might not fly this weekend.
Well, there's no way because I can't. I can't because we'll be at our son's house.
Oh, or is that on Christmas?
You're over there, but the camera's not. So let's fix that. Yeah, we'll be over at our son and grandson's house. And
now this is Christmas weekend, right?
That's correct.
So what about this coming weekend?
I'm sorry. Hang on a second. This weekend. Yeah, I forgot. This is already, what is today? Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're low of 30. Yeah, I'll be inside. And Sunday low of 27. I'll be inside, but I'll be able to do it. But the following weekend, Christmas weekend, I can't.
Yeah, I can't reach out that far on my weather app.
Yeah. But we'll be at our son's house, our grandson's house, and that's where I usually go to Lake Lanier, right?
Right.
There's no way I'm going to stand outside at Lake Lanier in 11-degree weather and play my ukulele for you people. I'm sorry. It's I have my limits.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't want you to. Now, I can't speak for everybody else. You know, we a lot of our friends and viewers here are pretty cruel people, and they demand their Dennis Lovelady. So
I know. The gluttons for punishment, I guess they are. But
yeah. Oh, I want to say hello to Copper State Aerial Photography.
Hey, Mike.
How's it going, Mike?
Let me see if I can find. This is my first time ever to join you from a real computer, so I'm using my Mac Studio.
Oh, wow!
And the Insta360 Link camera here. And I don't know which microphone it chose to use. Probably the what's that called? Not Blue Air, Blue something. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
It's hidden back here behind the monitor, so I can't see it. Oh wow! Look what that camera does for me automatically.
Oh man! It follows you around.
That's the first time like a little puppy dog.
So I'm looking at my weather app here, Weather Underground, and on the 22nd, it's going to be, the high is going to be 42, but it's showing a mixture of rain and snow. And then on Friday, it's going to be 30 degrees with snow showers in the morning. But Saturday, it's going to be a high of 28 degrees and mostly sunny. And the low is 16 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's quite possible I may not fly in that weather.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's join YouTube here.
Jerry Bauer, good morning. Blind Nick.
Have you heard of,
good afternoon.
Have you heard of that site? YouTube.com.
What?
Have you heard of that site? YouTube.com.
I've heard people talking about it.
Yeah.
What?
Have you heard of that site? YouTube.com. Okay, hang on a second. There's an echo in here. One moment. Oh, hush. Can you mute me? Mute me, please.
Mute you? Okay. Jerry Bauer, good afternoon. Fly Zone Drone. Hey, Michael, good afternoon. SJM Drones and Media. Steve, good afternoon. Might be good night to you all, or good evening. Hey, Dennis, if you can hear me, wave your hand when you're ready for me to unmute you.
On my
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay. So
I can't watch the chats on my computer because I can't seem to silence the speaker. I figure it all out. This is all, like I said, usually I'm on my iPad upstairs. It's not been a priority to do this.
So are you down in your basement?
I'm in my dungeon. I am.
Oh, your dungeon.
Yeah, you see that. Let me see how I do this. See my closet behind me?
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where you have all your printers and stuff, huh?
All my what?
Printers. 3D printers is down there.
Oh, no, the 3D printer. I don't have a long cord on this, so let's see if I can coerce this to turn that way. The 3D printer is right there.
Yeah.
It's right there.
You got it.
And it's working right now. It's
right
behind
that
tree.
plant.
Behind that plant. That's right.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
One visionary says you're in the bat cave.
I am.
So
now let's see if the camera. Yeah, that turned that mode off.
Uh-oh. Oh, well.
I could probably turn it back on. I don't know anything about it. Anyway, I usually use this camera on the printer, 3D printer, to copy, to watch prints as they go by. The idea is to make time lapses, but I haven't been doing that lately. My world is ukulele now.
Yeah. God bless America says Ice Dog House, Dennis.
Hey, Ronnie.
I think he meant to say nice. Because he deleted it in the chats.
Oh.
Of course, you know me. I got to be honoring.
He said something he didn't want to say. Huh?
And then he said, "Nice doghouse, Dennis."
Yeah, it is. It's a fairly good doghouse. I kind of like it.
Michael Blade in the house.
So now I can see the chats, kind of, sort of.
And Ronnie said, "Fat fingers." Yeah, I know.
What is Dennis Wayne?
Dennis Wayne. Oh, somebody mentioned you were in the Bat Cave, and Michael is saying,
I got it.
Dennis
Wayne. Got it. Dennis Wayne. I'm his brother. Yeah.
I
don't have any of those powers.
Good afternoon. Yes, sir. You know, it's a rainy, gloomy day here in Virginia, and I thought, well, I really don't have much to do. I've got some batteries charging back here. let me widen this up. You can see them right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got 3 batteries charging, and I was thinking about editing some video, and I thought, you know what? I haven't done an impromptu live stream in months, so I think it's time for one, and here it is.
I stopped color grading my videos back when I was on the Mavic 2 Pro, because when you use, I don't remember what it was. I think it was when you switched to D-Log, then it put a barrel distortion in there, and I hated that, and I didn't have the tools to easily remove that barrel distortion, so I just decided I'm going to turn off D-Log.
Okay.
Hey, Michael, and so I did, and I've not color graded in the years since then. And I finally, now I have some footage that came from Australia, from when Matt was flying his Mavic 2 during our sunrise at Gold Coast in Australia. And so that needs to be color graded. Right? And so I started to color grade it, and actually we did a screen share session, and I'd be kind of happy with something and show it to him, and he'd say, well, that looks, well, to use my words, that looks terrible. And anyway, but it looked good to me. And then later on, I switched to 2 monitors after our phone call was done. And over there on this monitor, on the monitor I'm looking at now, it looked terrible. On the monitor right here in front of me, it looked great. So there's a calibration issue with this monitor apparently. And I don't know how to resolve it. But now I have this Gold Coast video stuff that I want to. It's beautiful. I've made a great video of it. I can't get the colors right. I don't know what to do. But I really like, Matt liked the video too, he said, but just can't get that right.
Cool. Tim Jackson, good morning. I think it's good morning to our friends in Australia.
It is.
U.S. Drone Flyer, Captain Joe America, good morning. Good afternoon. I got to quit saying that.
4:30. It's 4:30 in the morning, isn't it, Tim, where you are?
4:30 in the morning. Oh, my goodness.
I think. Pretty sure that's right. I can find out real easily. I have an app for that.
I have 4:38, yeah, in Brisbane anyway.
Yeah. Oh, you've never been there, clearly. It's you'll be told immediately it's not Brisbane, folks. It's Brisbane.
Brisbane. Kind of like Australia.
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 I guess there's no L in it. It's Australia.
Australia.
Australia. I'm the expert, right?
Yeah.
And I can't say right on
you.
So
One Vision Aerial is asking you, how was Australia? What did you have to do to be able to fly there?
Nothing. You had to be in an area where it was allowed. That's it. How did I? Oh, I loved it. I want to go back as soon as possible. But I want to take my wife this time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I bet she'll love it.
Yeah, I think she'd like it too. But didn't have any issues with flying. I did have if I understood the rules correctly, and this matches what Matt North told me, when you're at Sydney Harbor, you can fly, but you can't fly over water there.
Oh, no.
I know. So maybe that's to keep you away from the, no, that wouldn't keep you. I could actually fly right over the Opera House. No problem at all, because it's not over water, obviously.
Yeah.
But to go from where I was at the time, I'd have had to go over water to get to. Long story. But anyway, so I was very close to the Harbor Bridge, right? The very famous, iconic Harbor Bridge that a lot of people associate with Sydney. But anyway, I was pretty close to that because I had a great shot of the Sydney Opera House from there. And so I took off from there. And a guy came, and this was kind of interesting. He said, "You have special permission to fly here?" I said, "No, but according to what I read, I should be able to do it." And the guy had a kind of a security guard's outfit on. He said, "Well, you're not allowed to fly this close to the bridge." I said, "Okay, how close can I be?" He said, "I don't know, but you're too close." He doesn't know what the limit is, but I was within it. But anyway, yeah. So I brought the drone down. I wasn't going to argue with the guy, but anyway, I moved down a few dozen, maybe 100 feet, maybe.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth an international incident.
I was okay there, but yeah, you have to stay within. It's 400 feet there. It's 300. What is it? 100 and some odd meters, and I guess it'd be about 130, and that's really about it. There are some places where of course, you're very near to the airport, no matter where you are in Sydney, right? Because the airport's not, off 100 miles that way like it is in most places in the United States. It's there. So a lot of the Sydney area is red on the Before You Fly app or whatever. I was using something else, not AirMap. There's one specific. There's one that's really good for Australia. I'll tell you what it is later. But anyway, I was okay to fly at the Sydney Harbor, which I thought was fantastic. It's the one thing I really wanted anyway.
Yeah, right? the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah. But I had no. Well, every time I checked it, it looked orange to me on that app, and it turned out it was because, and this is the difference. It turned out it was because I was checking it at night, and you can't fly at night, right? So it was orange. But if I just waited a few hours and checked it again, it would have been green, right, in those areas. So anyway, but yeah, that's the one rule that I thought was weird as far as what I'm used to is that you can't fly at night there, and you couldn't fly over water at Sydney Harbor.
Wow.
I don't know why that is. It didn't bother me at all. Although I would have kind of liked to have put the drone a little bit closer to Sydney Harbor, but just because I wanted to position it so the sun would come up just in the right place, right? But it was still a beautiful sunrise. And it all worked out great.
Yeah, well, good deal.
That app may only be on my iPad. Maybe.
Well, let me say this: if QM decides she doesn't want to go to Australia, you can always take me.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Rodney.
Though Valerie might have some words about it. But
yeah,
because she wants to go to Australia too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Hopefully we can arrange that, maybe do that in the next couple of years or something.
I tell you what, I recommend that to anybody who has the wherewithal to do it. And despite, he's going to hate me saying this, but despite the front that Matt puts up, he is a great host. He's an amazing host. In fact, he's
I imagine so.
Overly kind. So yeah, I have no complaints about my trip there at all. So flying to Spain on Boxing Day for the New Year celebration. That's, for those who don't know, that's December 26th. And why is it called Boxing Day? I've always assumed that's because you box up your Christmas presents and take them back to be returned.
Well, I don't know why it's called Boxing Day, but I do know what they do. That the servants become it used to be the lords and the knights and stuff would swap jobs with the servants for that day.
Really?
Yeah, I believe that's what that is.
Wow.
Now, why it's called Boxing Day, I have no clue.
I will look into that. That's interesting to me. And I don't remember what app I was using.
Steve can tell us.
Yeah, I
Steve
imagine.
SJM Drones. Twin Brook Acres, hello.
I really want to tell you what that app was because it's pretty darn nice. I might have removed it, but I don't know why I would have.
Tim Jackson says it's called Boxing Day here for people to return gifts like clothing if you don't fit right.
Yeah, that's what was in my mind. I don't know if I'd read that or just made it up, but.
Well, you know what? I can look it up too.
Yeah, I could look it up too, but I'm just trying to find that silly app. I have too many apps on this phone.
Okay, Boxing Day in Great Britain and some Commonwealth countries, particularly Australia, Canada, and New Zealand, holiday December 26th, on which servants, tradespeople, and the poor traditionally were presented with gifts. By the 21st century, it had become a day associated with shopping and sporting events. Well, that's not what I understood it to be.
Interesting.
So why is it called that? The BBC explains it got its name when Queen Victoria held the throne in the 1800s and is born out of the tradition of wealthy families boxing up gifts to give to the poor.
And they do that on the day that they give the gift. Okay. Interesting.
That's not what I understood it to be, though.
Well,
I guess
Christmas isn't what we understand it to be either, is it? Right? So, Christmas isn't what we understand it to be either, is it?
That's true. Oh well. Yeah. Jackson Aviation, RC Aviation.
Hey, Chris.
Good afternoon, buddy. So, well, yeah, it's right. Kind of interesting.
I'm going to give up on that search. Too bad. I'll search for something else instead. App.
Oh, I see. One Vision Aerial is asking Chris Jackson about model airplanes, I guess. So, but yeah, I would love to go to Australia. The one chance I had to go to Australia and we couldn't go because we had a change in our schedule.
Is that right?
It was when I was in the Navy. I think we were supposed to pull into Perth. I think.
It was Open Sky. That's the name of that app.
Oh, Open Sky. Okay.
Yeah. And I think it's okay for the United States, but for some reason I don't have it on my phone anymore, it appears. So now maybe, like I said, maybe it's only on my iPad. Oh, no, there it is right there. Yeah, so it has, well, it's using Google Maps here. And it says it has a check mark for me to fly here. Let's just move along to Jackson International Airport here. Yeah, now this map is this app works here too. This is yeah, it's kind of the colors all.
Yeah, I can see it.
But you can see the airport there and all the conglomeration around that and so on. So yeah, this Open Sky works here too, and it worked great in Australia for me. So
oh, good.
I don't know why I wasn't seeing it, but there it is.
Prop Lord FPV. Good afternoon. That's Mason, Chris's son.
Oh,
Mason cool. Jackson.
Yeah. All right. What other of the world's problems can we solve while I'm here?
Well, a friend of mine from church, David Meadows.
Yes.
I gave him that Tiny Hawk FPV or Tiny Hawk freestyle that I won.
Right.
At Spin Up. And he landed it in a tree yesterday. Poor
Oh
guy.
no.
So I've got another one that is broken. So I'm going to fix that back up. I'm going to fix it up for him and give that to him. But man, he's a young guy. Got young. He's probably in his 30s, I guess, maybe late 20s. But he's really enthusiastic about flying FPV. And then
Cool.
he was also he ran our youth group at the church back in the day, and he's also been preaching since we lost, Pastor Maxie.
Oh, okay.
Maxie left. David preached. He's an excellent preacher.
Cool.
But I've been kind of, helping him along with FPV, and man, I wished I could have picked it up as fast as he's picking it up.
The FPV preacher, man. Well, there's a benefit to being young.
He actually used he actually used some FPV stuff in one of his sermons.
Did he?
Yeah. He mentioned me. Chris Miller, hello.
Hey, Chris.
He was preaching this first sermon he preached after Pastor left. He was talking about, because I told him, I said, with FPV, if you're not crashing, you're not flying.
Right.
All the FPV pilots say that.
Right.
Maddie's drone world. Hello, brother. How's it going?
Speaking of
guys, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. If you can join, please feel free to do so. I'll leave it in there for about 30 seconds. So grab it while you can if you want to join. But anyway, so I'm gonna get that fixed up for him. And
cool. Did you say his name is Dave Matthews?
No, Meadows.
Yeah.
An early show today. Yeah. Dre, recovery drone in the house. Max Air in the house. So, but yeah, like I was saying, I wished I had picked it up as fast as he did. He's already doing loops and rolls and stuff. The only problem is what happened is he lost his video signal because the Tiny Hawk 2F Freestyle is an analog camera and stuff. And hey, Dre.
Hey, Dre.
Well, howdy.
How's it going, brother?
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I had to come on here and make it official and wish you a belated happy birthday.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Say hello in person to that international traveler sitting to the side of you, the world famous now Dennis Lovelady.
World infamous. You look like the place is cold.
That too, and I have to give you kudos for your part of the Matt Comedy Hour. that was quite classic stuff I saw there. And I heard it was all pretty much spur of the moment, so I tip my cap off to you there, Dennis.
Yeah, those little clips were quite funny, especially the one with the koala. The two with the koala.
Well, I like the one when he was trying to get him to meet Tim, and they showed Dennis walking away in different directions.
Oh yeah, that was funny too. Well,
that was funny, hilarious to me. Yeah. Well, I'm just glad you had a successful trip, sir, and welcome back to the good old US of A.
Well, thank you so much, Dre. Yeah, it was great. It was absolutely great. Loved it. Yeah. Like I said before, I want to do it again as soon as possible.
I said Australia is one of my destination points. My parents went there a couple of years ago. They were there off of I think they were over at Sydney for a week or two and stuff. And they said they enjoyed themselves. So that might be a destination for my wife and I to go one day.
Yeah, unless you're going to go to only one place, though, 2 weeks is not enough.
Yeah, well, as like most places, you hit the tourist spots and you have to call it a day.
That's it. Yeah, right. But yeah, we in fact, 3 weeks in Brisbane would have I probably still would have felt like, oh, I wish I'd seen this too, that kind of
Yeah.
thing, But it's never enough, right? It's never enough. So
Right.
it was a great trip.
I think you could go someplace for 30 days and it still wouldn't be enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's always going to be those hidden gems that only the locals know about, and that
Exactly.
you don't get the chance to visit and everything else. So
But I
I'm
got
not
to
going
see
to stay long right now. I'm just glad to see that I get a chance to spend a little time with you on your show, because usually I miss it because of the time difference and stuff. So,
Oh yeah, I understand that.
yeah. So I just wanted to pop my head in and say hello and happy birthday to you, and say hello to Dennis and those in the chat.
Well, hello back.
Appreciate it,
I'm
Dre.
back sometime.
All right. You guys have a great day.
You too, brother. Take care.
Bye-bye. That was nice.
It was nice. I know it's hard for the people out on the West Coast to get up as early as we do.
Oh, yeah.
And there's only one guy that I pretty much knew would get up, was Rick Halver, and
Well, not to sell her short, Nancy Jones.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Railroad and Spirit,
Nancy too. That's right.
Yeah, she also used to join all the time. I think she still would, except her internet's poor.
Yeah,
she's been on the West Coast over there in Seattle, and she started out in Denver, but yeah, she used to do that all the time.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have forgotten about Nancy.
No, that's fine. It's fine. We automatically think of Rick just because Rick was Rick, but Nancy was there too. So
yeah. In fact, I in the chat on Saturday Morning Coffee with Rodney and friends this last week.
Is that right?
Yeah.
She unfortunately she doesn't get to join many live streams so much anymore.
Yeah.
I think the internet's costing her. I don't know the details. I don't. I just know that her internet's a challenge for her.
Yeah. It can be a challenge, that's for sure.
Tim Jackson can talk all about that.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably still watching last week's Saturday Morning Coffee with Rodney and friend. I don't know how he got in this chat, but
yeah. I'm waiting for some motors for that Tiny Hawk. That's what I was going to say. I have to replace a motor on it. And I'm also going to put a different power connector to it. I'm going to put an XT30 connector to it. So the other drone that got lost, I'd put an XT30 connector on it a while back. And then I bought these 2S batteries that have worked really well. So I'm going to do it with this one. So you planning on doing anything today other than working around the house?
I have something that I need to send to. I have something I need to send to USPS. But,
okay. Tomas Ariel's in the house. Good morning or good afternoon, Tomas. Or it's probably good evening over there.
Tomas, yeah, probably it's 6 hours. So yeah, it's evening by now. 5 or 6 hours at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock there.
Max says strap a 4S battery on it. I want to fly it, Max, not burn it up.
Oh, I started to tell you were talking about Dave doing loops and rolls already. And I was going to tell you, I did some rolls this morning. I put butter on them. They were really good. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I didn't even know you were into rolls. Yeah, he says spot on, Dennis, just coming up to 7 o'clock.
5 hours then for us.
Yep.
Sorry about the backlight. It's just It's a sunny day out there.
Oh, well, hey. At least it's a sunny day. Over here, it's almost nighttime. It's so
That's
dark.
worse. That's worse. We'll just leave that off. We'll deal with the backlight.
Yeah. The backlight's not hurting anything.
Yeah.
Robbie RC Pro. Hello.
Hey,
8
Robbie.
p.m. where he's at.
You what?
Robbie RC Pro.
Yeah.
BE. It's 8 p.m. where he's at. So he must be in Europe somewhere.
He must be east of he must be east of Ireland, UK. What's east of there?
Yeah, I think the UK is in the same time zone as Ireland, so it would have to be, it might be like France and Germany or something.
Yeah, unfortunately, I only know my American geography and maybe a little bit of Australia, maybe a little bit.
Hey, Tim Jackson, you have a good day, brother, and
See you, Tim Jackson.
eat a couple of donuts for me and Dennis, will you?
Yeah, do that.
Belgium. Robbie is in Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah.
So you were right when you said Germany. I mean,
pretty much. Yeah.
You were close.
I was close.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Now is Robbie RC Pro. You're not Robbie from World Drone Community, right? Because I think now there's a world traveler. I think he's in Thailand, but I could have lost track of him perhaps.
Yeah, that's Robbie Gray.
Gray, yes.
I think it's Robbie Gray, yeah. So
I kind of missed the fact that my camera won't follow me now. I need to read up on it. Like I said, I don't use it this way typically.
Yeah.
So
Ronnie, you have a good day, brother, and thanks for stopping by the chats. And Ben Cartwright, good afternoon.
See you, Ronnie. I sent you an email, Ronnie. I don't know if you saw it. I haven't checked since I sent. Ben Cartwright, howdy.
So, yeah, I think after this stream, I'm probably going to end this stream here in about 15 minutes or so.
All right.
And then I think I'm going to take a nap.
There you go.
Capture Life Connections.
Hey, Stevie.
Oh, Stevie in the house. Rodney FPV, yep.
Thailand is a bit too far.
Yep.
My wife is Filipina. Huh. How about that? My wife is Chinese. They were neighbors.
I've been
Sort
to
of.
Thailand.
Yeah, you mentioned that. I've not.
Thailand is one place I've been. I've been to Hong Kong, Singapore, Karachi, Pakistan, Taiwan, Japan, and I think that was it for the Far East. And I've been to Norway, Britain, or England, France, Portugal, Spain, Italy, Israel, and Romania.
Wow.
And did I say Italy?
You did.
Okay. So
You did. Wow, that's pretty amazing. So what do you have against Russia?
well, they tried to run over our ship in the Black Sea.
Did they really?
Yeah. Well, they like to try and do that.
Well, I know. That's always a
That was interesting.
yeah. It's always a. Who was it said countries are like children? Um, oh shoot! Now I don't remember that quote. I shouldn't have started it, but it's referring to the fact that their toys are different, but they're basically the same. They act alike. So
Yeah. Well,
which,
of course,
yeah.
in the Black Sea, you were almost smack dab right in the middle of the Union socialist Russia,
Right.
and of course, Romania at the time was still a communist state, and but the thing with Romania is we had negotiations with them, and every quarter of the year they would have one or two American ships come in.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
and
really close to Russia. Yeah.
I know it, and I think Romania was trying to have good relations with the United States, and I think that was part of that. So we got to pull into Constanta, Romania, and that was an interesting trip. That really was. But they also, told us that we best be on our best behavior.
Yeah, I would say.
So yeah, One Vision Ariel has been to Germany, Romania, Sicily, Italy, Kuwait, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Ireland. Compliments of the U.S. Army deployments. Yep,
Wow.
that was my experience of Navy deployments. I counted up the countries I visited the other day, 49. I've flown over a lot more. Some I care not to visit again. I can understand that too.
Yeah. 49. I visited Canada, Mexico, China, Japan, Portugal, Spain, and Germany. That's it. Just a little bitty piece of Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot Holland too.
Oh, and the United States. Holland.
Yep. I forgot about Holland.
I want to go to Holland someday that's not February.
Yeah, they told us if you go to Amsterdam, Dutch laws don't apply to Americans.
What does that mean exactly?
Well,
There are no laws?
Amsterdam is, that you can buy drugs or at least you can buy marijuana there. Of course, you can do that now in the States, but at that time,
Yeah.
Amsterdam was very. I mean, it was you could buy drugs, and prostitution was really a legitimate, apparently a legitimate business.
Yeah, legitimate business. Yeah.
And but they told us that you can't, just because it's legal in Amsterdam doesn't mean it's okay for you to do.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying there are no laws for Americans over there. I got it. No.
Yeah. So it was the Navy thing.
It's fine with me. I'd like to see the place.
Well, I would like to see the place too. Well, I didn't go to Amsterdam, but I did visit the town that we were anchored at because I wanted to buy some of the wooden shoes for my kids.
Yeah.
The clogs.
I'll tell you another place I'd like to go someday is Iceland. I guess that's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, I hear it is. Yeah.
There's not a lot of green there, but it's still majestic. I guess is the more appropriate word, right? All the mountains and stuff like that around there. Just yeah, worth seeing.
Twin Brook area. Twin Brook Acres says, let me see if I can count the number of countries I visit. Oh yeah, one, Canada. and I didn't include Canada or Mexico.
Right. I know you didn't.
So, but I've been there. I've been to both of them too. So, I went to when I was on the USS Towers in '77. I think we went. No, yeah, it was '77. We went to 76. We went to Vancouver, BC, and that was a cool place.
Vancouver is one of my favorites. Yeah.
And then I've been to Calgary and Toronto. Drone
I
shot,
was in Calgary.
Jody.
Calgary and Edmonton, its neighbor, sort of.
Yeah.
And yeah, Toronto. Yeah, I've been to the same Canada places you've been to. Hey, Jody.
So, but yeah, I mean, I was talking to someone the other day that whenever I visited countries, I tried to learn a little bit about the culture.
Right.
And Coast to Coast Drones, Bill.
Good day. Bill.
But of course, Japan, I learned quite a bit about the culture because I was there for 2.5 years. But
right,
everywhere else, I always tried to learn a little bit about the culture and understand why their traditions, what their traditions are all about and stuff.
Right.
It was all pretty interesting. And yeah. Norway is one country I'll never forget, especially Tromsø, Norway.
Okay.
59 degrees in Tromsø. Actually, I guess it was about more like 56 degrees. And to us, we were pulling in there for Liberty, and that's well above the Arctic Circle there. And it was 59 degrees. It was June, and we're walking off the ship with jackets on because to us, that's cold. But the Norwegians were in like T-shirts, tank tops, shorts, and flip-flops because that's their summer.
Right.
Yeah. Also saw the sun shining at 2:00 in the morning, like it was noon.
Wow.
Yeah. That's quite the shock when you walk out and it's daylight and it's 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Was it 24-hour daylight at the time you were there, or?
Yeah. I think it's some because they're up so far up north. When in the summer it's always daylight, but the sun actually dips down below the horizon a little bit. Okay, you can just see a little bit of the sun as it goes down, and then it starts to come back up again.
Right.
It's wow. That's just
I've known that phenomena for, of course, since I was a kid, but it was I don't know whether it was a photography trick or if it was real, but in that movie, The March of the Penguins, I don't know if you've seen that. It's narrated by Morgan Freeman. Yeah. It's pretty good, but in fact, it's excellent, an excellent documentary. But anyway, somewhere in there is, it's been dark all along, right? And the sun just starts to peak up, right?
Right.
And the camera captures that as a really fast spiral. I mean, really fast, much faster than my fingers moving, right? But it's a really fast spiral that just gets bigger and bigger. And then like it takes, you see it for a second, then it's not there, and then it's over here, and then it's, Anyway, I don't know if that was reality or if it was some artistic representation of what really takes place. But I really I've always been fascinated by that since the time I saw it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Well, I imagine that was probably. I imagine that was probably real, but I mean, they can only,
Yeah. Well, we know we can do things with cameras, right?
Right, right.
And editors.
When I was in Norway, we were going between Ireland and the coast of Norway doing ASW operations, and it's when I stepped out of the ship's computer room, and I'm like, wow, 2:00 in the morning, and it's like noon out here, you know.
Yeah.
And
What's wrong with this picture? It's 2:00. The sun is up. People are walking around in T-shirts.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And this is Norway. I guess the wrong drugs, right? So.
Anyway. All right, brother. Well, I think I'm gonna call this one.
Okay, sir. Well, I'm glad you had me on. Thank you. That's
Well,
nice.
I'm
I got
glad
to
you
test out
could
my
join.
camera and stuff.
I wasn't sure everybody invited was going to be able to join or was even in a position to be able to join. I was hoping Steve Carpenter would come on, but of course he's probably busy. So.
Steve. I've seen him in chats, but I haven't seen Steve for quite a while.
I actually talked to him a few days ago.
Did you?
We did a video chat, and so yeah,
I hope he's doing okay.
He's been busy, so.
Oh.
And he's been, he makes comments on my videos every now and then. So
yeah,
I knew he was still alive. We just didn't know how much alive. So.
All right.
Anyway, all right, brother. Well,
thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate it. Great show.
Thanks, Dennis. And you have.
Thanks everyone in the house. See you next time.
All righty.
Bye.
Everybody in the chat, glad you could join us today. Hope you enjoyed the hour we spent together and our conversation. So anyway, you all have a great rest of your day. Don't forget Saturday, the Saturday sunrise, starting with myself, and weather is going to be determined, or it'll be determined by the weather. But if I can do a sunrise, I'll certainly do a sunrise. And then I'll be followed by Dennis Lovelady. And then we'll do Saturday morning coffee with Rodney and friends. And then the Sunday sunrise crew, Drone Bum, myself, Dennis, Fly Natural, if he's available to fly, Chris Hope. And then following Chris Hope, of course, we'll have Johnny Drone Flyer with Drones and Coffee. Everybody, you all have a great day. Love y'all. Bye now.